Hi and welcome back to Yoga Berry. Today I've got a great restorative pose for you, and it's probably my favorite pose at the moment. Really good to release the psoas muscles. So it's those muscles that attach the lower body to the upper body. Part of them are the hip flexors as well. And they get really tight just through sitting for long periods of time, driving, anything, gardening, anything where you're bending over like that. Also very important if you have scoliosis or if you have any imbalances in the lower body when one side might feel tighter than the other. So this is a great pose to relieve some of that. I really hope that you enjoy this. Please subscribe to my channel. I do post a video every single week, either for yoga scoliosis or for yoga back care. Leave me any comments if there's any specific videos that you'd like to see. And if you do have scoliosis, feel free to join us over on Facebook for our Yoga for Scoliosis community. It's a lovely group where you can meet other people that are going through the same thing as you do. So let's get started with our practice today. Good, so for this practice today you will need a few things. Bear with me, it's definitely worth it. So I've got a couple of blankets. I've got 2 yoga blocks, books, piles of books will do as well for that. And then I've got a yoga bolster. That is probably your best bet here, unless you have a very firm bath towel. I haven't tried it with that, so preferably you have something like that, or you can roll up some cushions as well. So I'll show you the setup and then you can get creative with however you want to set this up. And then I also I've got 2 eye pillows here, but I only will need one. This is to cover my eyes. And it's got rice and dried lavender in it, so it adds a little bit of weight, and I can put it onto my eyes, but you might just want to cover your eyes with a shawl or anything like that will be absolutely fine. Good, so let me get started here with the setup. I'll just show you from the side. It's called Stonehenge Savasana. So we're building literally a little Stonehenge here with the blocks like this, and then the bolster on top. So I just want to show you from the front before I set it up here at the bottom of my yoga mat. So like that. So again, you don't need yoga blocks, you could just pile up some books, but probably about a height like this, and it all kind of depends on your proportions a little bit. And then for the blankets, I've got one blanket which is my head support, which I fold like this, so there's a little gap here at the bottom. It's for my shoulders. And then the second yoga blanket, I've just folded literally a couple of times. It's just to make it a little bit more comfortable for my back. So I just cover my mat and then put the head support on top, the other way around. So you want the gap bit at the bottom. And then I will lie on my back and bring my lower legs onto the bolster. So I want the backs of the knees to be supported by the bolster. So you have to kind of bring your both legs on there, otherwise you start wobbling your Stonehenge construction too much. And then lying on your back, and then bring the head support, so it's supporting all the way down towards your shoulders. And then I'm just going to roll this first kind of layer of the top layer of blanket. I'm going to fold this under to bring it underneath the back of my neck. Fold the top pieces under, and then all the rest under as well. So I'm trying only to take that light purple blanket. This is to make the head nice and comfortable. So if you feel that your chin is up like this, and you might want somebody else to look at how you're lying down, then you need to have your head slightly higher, and you might need a cushion, another cushion underneath the back of the head. But for me, this is about right. Good. So with the lower part, now you've been here hopefully for a minute or so, or you've just been watching me and I've been here for a minute or so. So I have quite an imbalance in my lumbar spine. And I feel that I'm dropping through the left hip more than through the right. So what I'm doing here is I'm using this blanket to slightly lift me up. I'm not lifting my bottom, I'm just slightly rolling to the side and wedge this under the left side of my hips a little bit more. And then with this blanket, I just fill in any gaps. So any gaps kind of filling in. This makes it nice and comfortable. Good. And then so you just straighten your legs for a moment and just rest the backs of the knees on your support. So the feet are dropping down, and this really starts to release all this area here at the front. And we're staying here for at least, wait for it, 20 minutes. Obviously, if this is your first time doing it, you might just want to spend 10 minutes here, see if you still like it, obviously come out if you don't. But really the benefits only start to kick in after about 15 minutes when things really start to soften and to release. So good idea to turn your phone off, obviously make sure you're undisturbed. Cover your eyes with an eye pillow and then find a comfortable position for the hands, for the arms. And then staying here for at least, try to do at least 10 minutes. And then see how it goes. You might not want to come out. So you can tell I literally don't want to come out of this now. But I will to come up and talk to you. When you come out of the pose, slowly bending your knees. I'm just going to let that Stonehenge collapse to the floor, and then rolling yourself over to the side. The longer you stay in the pose, the slower you want to come out of the pose, and then slowly bringing yourself up when you're ready. Good. So if you're familiar with restorative yoga, this is a lovely pose to add to your toolbox. It's one of my favorites at the moment. Again, it's mainly because my hip flexors seem quite uneven because of the lumbar scoliosis, maybe also like too much strength on one side and just the other side being slightly neglected. Leg length difference can have an impact, obviously. So try it out. And feel free to let me know how it's going, if it works for you. If it doesn't, I also want to know about it. Good. So I'll see you very soon for the next video.